Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 with our realistic series. So it's going to go on up that way, and maybe the hired help is going to get a little bit confused about how it should do things on this run, but quite frankly I don't care. If I can't see it, it's not happening. So we're going to take this one and we're going to run over to the sawmill. Now we've got a chainsaw so we can cut some trees down and we can cut them into some reasonable lengths. If you have a look on here, we've got all kinds of different options. Change number of piles. At the moment we've got 2 piles with a maximum of 6 meters per log. If we were selling the timber as logs somewhere, then that would matter. But we're not. We're going to be just loading this one up and then driving away with it. So long as they're under 6 meters, it's fine. I'm actually thinking that we might go for longer ones, and then we can do a 12-meter log. And again, it doesn't matter about the price that we're getting from them. So long as we've got all of our logs under 12 meters, it'll just load one lot onto the trailer and then we can drive off with them. So we can sort of pretty much take mostly whole trees or just cut the trees in half. We'll have a look when we get down to the woods that we've bought and we can start stripping some of it bare. So some of the timber we will fell for the sawmill there. I do think that maybe if we can't get onto the hill very well with this lorry, then we might want to seriously consider getting a log winch and putting it on one of our tractors and bringing it down so that we can winch hold of the logs and drag them out of the little bit of woods, and then we can load them onto the trailer once we've sort of dragged them down out of the hill that we've got right there. I'm really glad that we don't have traffic on this bit of road, because that would make it a lot more difficult, wouldn't it? Right, so I come up to here. I'm just going to stop that one there. And then we can start felling a couple of these trees and doing them into appropriate lengths. I'd say, let's have a look here for a minute. So we're going to just drop that one down there. Right, so we need to do appropriate lengths. In like that. And run up the length of the tree like this. There we go. And then if you go up to it now and you have a look at it, that tells us 15 meters long. So all I got to do is chop it in half. And that is absolutely fine. So long as it's less than 12 meters, it is perfect. And we've got a really long one right here. So let's chop that one down as well. There we go. This one, it says there, it's 32.8 meters, 32.6, because obviously there's a little bit of a stump left behind. So I do need to clean it, otherwise I don't think the trailer can pick it up if it's not been cleaned. Which is actually a good thing, I suppose. Means that we can see that it's definitely been cleaned up. And down through here, I think. Steady. There, right. So this one is 32 meters. There's quite a few bits that I've actually missed. And I'm pretty sure if I don't clean these off, the autoload bit won't work, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Right, I'll chop that one there. That is 9 meters, and this is 23.5, so get that roughly in the middle, because otherwise we're going to have to chop a piece off. Let's try there. That is 10.5. That is 13 meters. Okay, 13 meters is too big. So if I go all the way up the end and I nip the tip. There. Right, now that one is 11.1 meters. I got a little tiny bit of timber right here. So this bit, let's chuck this one in here. That can go in there like that. I've got no wood at all in the sawmill anyway, so if I just do this a minute, they gave us 17 liters of wood. Fantastic. 17 whole liters. I need to do this a few more times. We want a trailer load, so I'm going to have this tree up here. This one's a bit more substantial. The spruce ones, there's more litres. That's 1.6 tons in there. I think there's actually more timber per metre in the spruce trees than there is in any of the other ones. Also, oops. Right. It's a little bit difficult sometimes to properly clean it. But this one is 25 metres. So I'm going to need to cut it into 3. So let's just make sure that we've definitely got 3 good-sized pieces. There's 7 metres there. That is 17 metres. So if I chop that one in the middle as well, there, and both of those will fit quite nicely. I want to just tidy up that tip there. And let's go with one more. I'm only going to do one more, because I don't want to spend ages doing this. And that should then be able to provide us with a few pallets for our greenhouses. And that's essentially what we're trying to do here, is we're trying to just get materials for our greenhouses. Run all the way up through here. It's a tedious old job, isn't it? Yeah. And right. Tidied, and this one is 25 meters. So again, I can't cut it into 2. It's, well, you know, I could. We could cut this one into 2. Let's try this. So I'll chop out one there. That is 10.6, and that is 14 meters. So if I go up this end and I chop that piece off there, I've got 10 meters there, and this is 4 meters here. It's quite light, so I can take this over, and this will turn into just a few more bits for the sawmill right here, which is fantastic. So then I can go over there. I can dump that. It's another 180 litres to be turned into planks. Right. Let's load this lot up. Should we cut that one down? Nah, we'll leave that one. Let's load this lot up, and then we can take it over to the pallets. I'm down here at the mill, and this is a new recording session, actually. But that shouldn't really make any difference. We've got start unload is Z, start autoload wood is B, switch autoload to right. Yeah, so the O is you can change the sides you want the autoload to happen. If I press enter right now, I've... Wait, what? Change number of piles to maximum 6 meters. Switch pile 1 to 2. This is no good. Because it starts and stops the engine. Which genius thought of putting that as the... It's not backspace, is it? No. Alright, which genius thought of putting the enter button, which is the start-stop engine, as the AI change the number of piles button? That's like that's a seriously rookie mistake, in my opinion. Let me just find the hotkey for that one. We're gonna have to change that. Maybe I could do Shift Enter. Flegel Timber Runner Autoload Wood. Right. If I'm using that one, I don't need to be using something like the raise lower position. So if I go there and I press V, instead of having it as enter to start and stop the engine, it should work just fine. Right, let's try that again then, shall we? So now I can change it. So we got number of piles, maximum of 4 meter logs. Number of piles now is 1 with a maximum of 12 meter logs. And that's what I've cut mine up to, is 12 meter logs. So if I go now and I press B, I am auto-loading. And it was changed to the right-hand side. So at the moment I'm auto-loading off of the left-hand side. So I need to drive this one up the left-hand side, and it should... They're going to stick out a little bit. It can get a little bit messy with the loading if you're moving along while loading, because they... Basically, the mod will teleport the log to a position above the trailer, and then release it after it's done that, and then the log itself will just drop into the trailer. So if you're doing it on a hill, or if you're doing it while driving along, it can get messy in that it will load in peculiar ways and so on. So what I generally will do is, we've got that one log down there. The other thing, the other thing that I forgot was it doesn't usually like you jumping in and out of the vehicle when you're auto-loading. There is a log there. See, it's jumped it up a little bit higher than it should have done. There's a log right there that doesn't seem to be collecting. That smaller one. Got this bigger one over here. There is also the possibility that both of those logs have actually got branches stuck to them, which is why they won't be loading, because they don't if they have branches on them. And this one here, I want to... There we go, that one's loaded. So I'm bring that one back over here. Now, I will press B and stop the loading a second. Then I can jump out and I can go and take a look at these. So both of these, I'm pretty certain... Yeah, that one right there has got a little bit of stuff on the end of it there. And this one will have a bit of a branch on it somewhere. And that's there. You see, right there. There's a little tiny bit there. That is why it wasn't auto-loading. It will not auto-load if you've got any sticks or any of the small branches still on the logs. It will not auto-load if you've still got those in place. So now let's drive back up here and press B again. Hoping. There we go. Loaded it this time. And it loaded that one as well. So now if I stop... So I don't really want to drive along a road with the load looking like this. It looks a little bit messy. And quite frankly, it's unacceptable behavior. So what we're going to do is we'll bring it over here, and then we can press Z and unload it. And that will place it down on the ground like that. And then we can load it up again. But I want to actually have a bit more than that. We've got room in our trailer, as we clearly seen. So if we get a couple more trees, we won't get loads, but we'll get just a couple more of them. And that way we've got a full load of timber. And that should keep the pallet factory going for quite a while as well. Yeah, I could go and put some more stuff into the sawmill down here. But this series, I'm not really wanting to do much in the way of forestry work, so I'm probably not going to worry about doing anything with the sawmill, or not much with the sawmill, because... What's going on here? Right, there we go. Yeah, I don't really want to spend very much time doing stuff with the sawmill. It's just going to... take too long. And you've seen it right there. It with the red came up, the circle. That's because the lumberjack mod does allow you to clear stumps with the chainsaw. Just go up close to it. Although I'm not sure why it came up with that one to clear it, because I'm pressing control, and control is alt that you've normally got to press to activate it. So I don't know why it came up with a red bit just then. But anyway, it did. It doesn't really matter. So, we've got... This one is 23.3 meters. I need to roughly get it at 12 meters at max. That's only 6 meters. Okay. 17 meters. Well, I can still cut that one in half there. So now I've got 8 and 8. Right. This one here is 23.3. And again, I'm not going to be able to get this in half to have a 12-meter log. So instead, what I'll do is I'll chop that one up there. That is now an 8.3 meter. And this is 15 meters. And then I'm actually going to cut the end over here. So that is now 8. I seem to have 8.7 meters, an awful lot. And that is 6.5. But it's only 91 kilos, and I can carry it by hand, and I can drop it in here for this one. And then we'll go back and I'm going to get 2 more chopped down. Right, I've chopped down some more, and we're just going to go and get them now, and we'll load them into this lorry, and then we'll come back over here, and we'll unload that lot onto this pile as well, and then once we've done that, we can take the entire load over to the pallet factory, and hopefully load everything up. AI Worker H has completed their task. I wonder if he's actually completed his task, or if he's just looking to get fired. To be honest, it's hired help, so it could be either. It could be either option at this point. We know that hired help do seem a little bit reluctant to stay employed around here. I don't really know why. I'm a wonderful employer, and there's all kinds of benefits of working for me. In they get to have money, and they get to have some money, and I don't beat my employees. I've never beaten my employees. See? How lucky are they to have someone as amazing and understanding as me? I'm thinking I might actually take some of the, like, 2 of the small ones and drop them in here to the sawmill. I probably don't need to. Right, let's unload this lot. It's coming up to the end of October now, and I want to unload that lot right there. Said that one small bit that I left behind. And now if I press B, I can load them back up again. And this time we can take the whole lot. There we go. Right. We could take more than that, but I'm not going to. I think that is absolutely fine. So we've strapped all that lot in, and then I'm going to race over here a second and just feed that one into the sawmill. I'm not going to worry about getting anything extra for the sawmill, but we will dump that bit in there. It's another 170 litres. We've got 780 planks, and there's 4 pallets of planks there as well anyway. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this one here a second because it's the end of the day now. This one down here... Well, he's finished on this side. There's only a little bit on that end of the field there, I think, that needs to be done. There doesn't seem to be very much else. So if we drop that one down like that, and we'll just sort of scoot through this piece... we've got, well, there's another month before anything else happens with regards to events or anything like that, so we're not going to need to worry about that at the moment. If I just lift that one up and fold that back up, this can go back up to the farm, and that's us done for the day. I don't think there is anything else that we're going to want to do right now. We've got growth. That's got 2 lots of fertilizer on it. This one down here, yeah, the fertilizer we don't want to leave. What I think you can do is you can put fertilizer on the field and then you can cultivate it afterwards and then you can seed it, but I'm not sure. So I'll test that on a different map, not this map. We will find that out. Someone did say that they think you can spread fertilizer, then spread lime, and then you're able to put fertilizer on the field again. But they said they think you can. Not 100% sure sort of situation. So again, it's another one that I think that we'll probably have to go and test somewhere. So we're just going to bring you up here like this a minute and turn the lights off and just wash that one. And then if I go to... Oops. Unless you need to do that. I want to do that. Just need to undo that one so that I can wash it all properly. And then I can hook that one back on. We'll put this away in the morning. We need to go to bed. So I have to go racing off through here. Find our house. We're still quite new here, so getting lost in our own farmyard is a perfectly acceptable and reasonable thing to go and do. So we will go up there and sleep the night. November the 1st. It is currently raining. Chickens are just the other side of here. Can we leap over the wall? Okay, we actually fall right through the roof for the chickens. The chickens have 1,800 litres of food, which is absolutely fine, and we've got a small pallet right there. There's nothing else that I want to do here. The wood pallets that we've got... Where are they? Planks. There. Oh, it's July that planks are at their maximum. Okay, right. Well, we won't worry about that then. We will go back to lorry at the sawmill. I'll put some lights on, and we're going to drive now to our new pallet factory. We're going to deliver this load of timber to that pallet factory, and then we're going to be able to make pallets. So those pallets, we won't... I think there is a place that we can actually take them and we can sell them if we wanted to. I won't be doing that because we want them for the greenhouses, and as far as I know, there are some other production things as well that also need pallets. Now, I don't have any at the moment, but we could end up getting some later. So we will keep the pallets and pallet production for making the other things on the map. That way, we're not going to have to spend a lot of time cutting down trees and getting more pallets set up and done, which I think is probably the best option. It was between 31 and 32. I'm sure somebody said between 31 and 32. Here is the pallet factory that currently exists. So, where's my pallet factory? Is it down there? Slight problem in that I don't remember where I built my own pallet factory. Oh, it's over there. Right. My pallet factory is over there. Someone said that there is between 31 and 32 in a little wedge shape. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to have a look a minute. I'm going to visit. Yeah, I know I've just left the lorry just completely abandoned there. I need to get out of here somehow. I'm walled in. There we go. We've got a skip here. We can use that to escape. And it's across here. It's never a good idea to run full tilt into a barbed wire fence. Generally, bad things happen to you if you try to run flat out into a barbed wire fence. I can tell you that from personal experience. Pallet Co. Well, Palico. Fabricante e Providor de Pallets. Now, the big question is, can I do anything here with pallets? Switch hand tool, toggle super strength. Open options pallet factory right there. Just says pallet factory. We've got trees here. Do I actually need to buy this one to make it work, or will it just work anyway? There's nothing here, and I don't see any drop-off points, so I'm assuming that I would have to buy it. Look, see, we've got pallets right here. Open objects. Object options, pallet factory. Again, it's not actually giving us any options, which makes me think that you drop the timber off there and then you get pallets coming out over here, but we would have to buy the location in order to be able to make it work. And that location, so if we go to farmland, it is location number 22. Oh, I was going to say, it says farmland. There, value 44,000. The piece that we bought was that one, which was 20,000, and then we spent 25,000 on our pallet factory. So, really, there's no difference in price between them. By the look of it, it's 45,000. Both options are for a total of 45,000, and our one is actually closer to our farm. So, I'm not sorry now. I have found the pallet factory, and I'm pleased that I found the pallet factory. I think that is absolutely awesome. But I'm not sorry at all that I chose the option that I did because it's actually the same price, but our pallet factory is closer to the farm. Now, whether or not it ends up being closer to the different places that we will want to be using pallets, I'm not sure. We will just have to wait and see. Mentioned before that I'm not really planning to do much in the way of animals on here. I did have a few people say that they wouldn't mind some animals being added into the map, because I don't have to go buying any sheds or anything for the animals. I can instead, there's already the buildings are already there. Like, all we got to do is just go and buy the animals and put them in, and we can sort of make use of them. So I might do that. I never said that I definitely wouldn't do animals. It's just probably not, or maybe just on a smaller scale. But yeah, we do have everything for the animals is already built into the map. All we got to do is buy the locations if that's what we want to do. Why you just sat there like a lemon? Is it because of people going across the crossing here? It could very well be. Okay, well, that person's gone across the crossing, and now I am utilizing my right to whiz on down through here. And we have our very own pallet factory right here. So I've got to... I suppose technically it's not that road there. Technically, my delivery entrance is over here. Still a great big lorry, so still got to use the whole road to do it. And yeah, you would probably end up driving onto the pavement and everything. It's just something that happens. Like, there's not a lot that you can do about that. So if I bring this one over here, like that, and I'll sort of put it at that kind of angle like that. I will also take those straps off there. And then... Right, let's have a look at the pallet factory and see if it tells us how much timber it can actually take. In here. 100,000 timber. That might do it. Right, oh! All I had was 21,000 litres. I feel shortchanged by that, I must be honest. I genuinely do feel a little bit shortchanged. Like, we've lost out a bit there. We will activate it. It's 48 per month, and we do 1,400 cycles per month. What? Okay. Activate 1,400 cycles a month, which means that I'm actually using just over 14,000 plus another... Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.